I'm Melanie and welcome to Simple Made Pretty. In this video, I'm sharing how to make a DIY faux bear rug. Here's the supply list and it's also included in the description of this video. I used my son's favorite brown bear as inspiration to make this bear rug. And I started with this brown fur blanket, some pillow stuffing from the Dollar Tree, a kid's sock from the Dollar Tree, some scrap black felt. I'm showing here batting in case you wanted to make yours a little bit thicker. You could use batting on the inside, just need adhesive to adhere it down, and a painter's drop cloth fabric that I have from Home Depot. So the first thing I did was I folded my fur blanket in half lengthwise on a long surface, and I folded the drop cloth in half the same way, and I cut the drop cloth to be the same size as the fur blanket. I then traced the bear rug front paw and back paw on the drop cloth using a pencil. You can use newspaper to cut the pattern first so you don't mess up the pattern. I just winged it and I got it right. So since your fabric is folded, you just need to draw one side of the body and cut both layers at the same time. I cut the drop cloth pattern, made sure it was the design that I liked, and then I placed the drop cloth back on the fur and I cut that to size as well. You want to keep those extra scraps that you're cutting off because you're going to be using that for the head, the ears, and the tail. And then once you have the body cut, you want to pin all the sides together because you're going to sew it all together. You're going to leave an opening for the head and the tails. And so I used my sewing machine, just did a regular straight stitch, and once it was sewed together, I used the head opening to flip it right side out. And then what I did was I took the scrap fabric and I cut two large oval shaped circles, which is for the head. And then I cut 4 of the same size shapes in the brown fur, 2 for the tail and 2 for the ears. And I took 2 of the fur tail shapes and I sewed them together. And I turned them right side out and then I stuffed them with pillow stuffing. And then I cut 2 ear shapes in the drop cloth fabric and I sewed them together, and then I turned them right sides out and I stuffed those with pillow stuffing too. And keep in mind that your ears really shouldn't be long like these ears that I'm showing here. I ended up cutting mine down to be short because you are making a bear, not a rabbit, so you don't want rabbit ears. And then once those ears are stuffed, you're going to place them inside of the 2 circles, pin them together because you're going to sew the outer part of this circle. You're going to leave a little opening for the neck, and once it's sewn together, you can flip it right side out and stuff his head. And then you're going to take that athletic sock, you're going to stuff it with pillow stuffing as well, and I manipulated his snout to look like a snout, and I stuck the ankle of the sock up into the neck of his head. And then I cut the black felt pieces for his nose and his eyes. So I cut a triangle for his nose and little oval shapes for his eyes. And I used my glue gun to attach his snout and also to glue down his eyes and nose. And I did end up using my tacky glue to glue down the eyes and nose because I know your eyes clear and I like the way it looks in the finish of it, and it holds up very, very well. And then once that was finished, I hand stitched the snout to his face using needle and thread. And you're going to want to sew all the way around his snout and attach the snout to the neck. You can leave the neck open for now because we're just going to sew it to his body, so the front and the back. So you're just going to want to hand stitch that snout all the way down the front of his neck. And now you're ready to attach his head to the body, and so I just use my glue gun to attach a small piece of it, and I use the same needle and thread to attach the drop cloth to the front of his neck, and I sewed a stitch on the back of his neck to connect the two pieces of fur. Just make sure you have no openings and it's completely attached. And now that his head is attached, you're ready to attach the tail. I use the same method. I used a little bit of glue gun to attach it into the hole, and then I hand stitched the top and the bottom pieces together using needle and thread. And once the tail is attached, you are ready to enjoy your bear rug. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to see more DIY projects like this. Bye!